It's Chad, owner of Home Cleaning Solutions. Give us a call, give your mom the day off.
And I'm Todd, and I own Custom Cars Detailing because nothing sucks more than a dirty car. Call us up!
Yeah, all right. We are just two startup companies making it happen.
Making
and
it
we're
big.
going to be bigger than life.
Going to the
All
top.
right, and nothing says to the top bigger than life like a giant digital billboard. Billboards are a little pricey though, so check it.
We're sharing one.
Okay, check it. The billboard goes live at 5 p.m.
Rush hour, baby.
Yeah, we gotta count it down.
Okay.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah! We did it! Yes! Yes! Woo! Hey! Your mom sucks! What?
We're on a billboard! Yeah! Woo!
Sir, what is your name and what is your wife's name?
My name is Kenny Sutherland. This is my wife, Danielle.
Okay, and how long have you guys been clients approximately?
About 8 months.
And you're here today to talk about, I believe, your growth. What has been your growth in the last 8 months?
261%.
Oh, wow. Now, I know that, 99% of that 261% growth is credited to her.
Yes, absolutely.
But what do you do? What's your role in the business versus what's his role in the business?
I do all things HR, so anything that applies to having employees, that's what I do.
She's the people person.
The people person.
And, sir, what's the name of your website one more time so people can verify you're real?
Yes, highwaymansigns.com.
Highwaymansigns.com. And how did you originally hear about us, sir?
Through one of our clients, Colal Fitness.
All right. Well, I know you have a date night planned tonight, but thank you for joining us. Yeah. And you guys, sir, you smell terrific. Love that beard. All right.
Thank you.
Some shows don't need a celebrity narrator to introduce the show, but this show does. 2 men, 8 kids, co-created by 2 different women, 13 multi-million-dollar businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Thrive Time Show.
3, 2, 1, here we go! Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now we here.
Yes, and yes. Thrive Nation, so many of you have small businesses or aspirations to have a small business. And unfortunately, we can only work with about 160 of you at a time. And that is because I have a staff of 47 employees. And you might say, well, why don't you have 400 employees? For my business consulting business, I only want to have 47 employees because I want to know all of the employees. I want to meet everybody. I want to feel more like a football team than like a small city. I want to feel like a football team. I want to know everybody's name. All of the members of our team are great folks. And I want to know the customers. I want to know the clients that we work with because when we work with a client, the client is kind of a walking billboard for us, so to speak, and meaning that if a client's doing well, then maybe we're doing a good job. And if a client's not doing well, then maybe we're not doing a good job. So last year, our average client grew by 104%. That was the average number. But these 2 clients here, they're growing. They have grown their business by, and I don't want to exaggerate, but I believe you're up 261% in profit year over year. Kenny, is that an accurate number?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so Kenny, tell the listeners out there, what's your first and last name, kind of, and then introduce us to your wife.
Sure. My name is Kenny Sutherland, and this is my wife, Danielle.
Now, Danielle, how are you spelling Danielle?
Danielle.
That sounds fair. Now, what is the roles that you two have as a couple running the business?
So I obviously operate the day-to-day, all the different things that go in the shop.
Yeah.
We do, obviously, we're a signage company. Up until recently, I did all the graphic designing. I even headed up most of the installations and everything. And
I now handle all of our HR. I do all of our group interviews every week. Anything that is related to our employees is what I do, making sure that they are healthy, they are thriving, and in turn, our business is thriving.
So what are the services that your company offers there, Kenny? And tell us, what's your website?
Our website's highwaymansigns.com, highwaymansigns.com.
Highwaymansigns.com?
Yes, sir.
And what all do you guys do?
We do everything that pertains to signage. We do lighted signs, channel letters. We do metal signage. We do decals, business cards, vehicle wraps. everything you can think of. Wall wraps.
For our listeners, because we have in a typical week, we have well over 1 million listeners. If people are listening right now and they want to hire you for an auto wrap for their company, can you do that, or is it you service just the Tulsa or Oklahoma area?
We've done everywhere, pretty much everything that anybody asks for. We've done everywhere from Topeka, Kansas, all the way down to Arlington, Texas, over in Arkansas and Joplin, Missouri. So anywhere we can go, or we can mail, we'll do it.
So fire off, Danielle, if you can, just what are all the services that you guys provide? Just so the listeners out there who are visiting highwaymansigns.com. Again, that's highwaymansigns.com, so they can get kind of a mental picture of all that you can provide for them.
Yeah, of course. So actually, if you go to our website, we have all of our services listed on there, and it's really cool because we have a ton of pictures associated with it, so you can actually get a visual of the product that we provide. So some of the bigger items that we do, and some are smaller, is yard signs. We do a lot of yard signs. A lot of people need yard signs. Banners, we do tons of banners. Like Kenny was saying, we do wall wraps, we do vehicle wraps. If you ever want a really good way to put your business on blast, a vehicle wrap really is one of the best ways.
You do wall wraps?
Yes, sir.
Really?
Yep. We have one actually in our daughter's bedroom.
Yeah.
Really? Now, how big can these be?
As big as you can make them. One of our clients, Cola Fitness.
Yeah. So like behind me in our building, it says Boom.
Mm-hmm.
You could do something like that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
yeah, because we're moving tomorrow. I don't know if you guys know that. We're
no,
moving into our new building tomorrow.
I did not know that.
Yeah, we've been here for 7 years, and we're just now moving here. So we finished building the building, but we're moving everything. So tomorrow, all this stuff's moving. That's why it feels kind of like it feels a little bit like you're in the Death Star from the third Star Wars, where it looks like it might not work, but it does. We're moving everything around right now. So now, you guys, how did you originally hear about us there, Kenny?
Through that same client, Cola Fitness, and we saw the growth he was getting, and we were like, I want a part of that. You know?
Did you guys go to church with Charles, or how did you meet Charles Koloff of KoloffFitness.com?
I just met him through, he came to us for it started with little car decals, and he just said, hey, we're doing some, we're expanding, and we want to change up our look, and I wanted to know what we could do for him, and we basically started, we gave him a new logo, and basically everything that he has now. So it was it started as a business partnership, and we've grown to be friends over the years. So
wow. Okay, so you guys are growing the business, and I want the listeners to. I don't want to go over every single thing that we've done with you guys, but it started with a 13-point assessment. So we met in our office. So we met. I want to say about maybe 10 months ago.
Yeah,
9 months ago.
December.
Well, it was December.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was
December.
Yeah.
Okay, so we met in December, and we're now in August. So we met, and then after we met, we made a plan, and we agreed that you guys would implement the plan, and we would help you. And you guys are now up by 261% in profit. What all do you do in the business on a daily basis, Danielle? Like as far as like when a lead comes in, when someone fills out the form, when they go to highwaymansigns.com, when do you interact with the customer?
So I interact with the customers on a day-to-day basis. Even though I do HR, I make sure that my face is well known to all of our customers. I try to set an example for all of our employees on how we want our customers to be treated from the start of the product to the finish. So I do also help with training. We've got some new people that we just hired, and myself and our regional manager have been doing some one-on-one training with our employees, and then also just making sure that our customers are 100% satisfied. If there's ever an issue with a product or a service that we're providing, whether it be timeline or anything at all, I insert myself and make sure that the customer knows that I'm going to take care of them, and that at the end of the day, they're going to get what they came in for.
So what are the areas of the business that you feel like you've improved the most? And I'll start with Kenny, and I'll go to Danielle here. What part? Because again, I know for me, this is something that I it's very easy for me to understand this, but I think sometimes people, I don't know if it's pride or I don't know what it is, but I just know for me, when I went to college at Oklahoma State University, I went to St. Cloud State, then I went to Oral Roberts University, I went to OSU. People say, why'd you go to different colleges? I wasn't interested in a degree. I was interested in learning how to do things. So I found the guy in my class who was best at Photoshop. And I said to the guy, hey guy, can I pay you to teach me Photoshop? And he goes, sure. And he taught me Photoshop, thus saving myself years or months or whatever that is of guesswork. And so I pay accountants to help me with accounting. I pay lawyers to help me with the legal bills. I've paid PR consultants to teach me how to do interviews or media. I've paid people to help me write books. But a lot of times entrepreneurs just kind of wing it and run through the minefield of life, kind of learning through trial and error. Yeah. But now that you've worked with us, I hope that you've learned some things quicker and faster. And what are some of the things that you've learned and actually implemented this year so far, Kenny?
Oh gosh, we've. I want to say one of the biggest things, well, the hardest things was for me was getting everything out of my head and on paper, so we could actually like train people better. Because for a long time it was just like you said, trial and error, and I had all the knowledge in my head, and so it was like training somebody. I literally could not take my foot off the gas enough to get people to learn it. So they literally had to just run next to me to learn it. And now we've gotten everything on paper. We've been able to, like to the scripts and stuff like that, we actually kind of get everything out of this noggin and on paper so people can see that and actually be like, okay, like train people faster. And we've hired more people and interviewed way more people than we have.
Now let's talk about the interview thing. I mean this, I'm not being disrespectful or difficult or insane, but whenever I need to hire people, I've never had a struggle finding good people. So my process is, we do ads every week on LinkedIn and Indeed. I put out a new commercial today. I'll show it to you guys. It's not like a commercial. It's more of just like a 2-minute, but I'll put these out. It takes me like 15 minutes to make it. I'll play the audio. I know people watching there can't see it, but I put this out today. Let me see if I can get it here. Okay, here we go. So this is what my ad says. This is my Facebook post today. It says, are you not a Marxist, godless, communist? Live in Tulsa? Don't want to wear a mask? Don't want to have to take the shot? I'm hiring now. Earn up to $27 per hour. Apply today by texting 851-0102. Note, Governor Stitt is not eligible to work here. We only want job candidates that live their values. And then we hit play. Hi, my name is Clay Clark, and I am now hiring. I'm looking for great people like you. We have a job right now. We actually have 2 jobs open right now where if your mind works and you try hard, you can make an average of about $22 to $25 an hour. And the only things I'm looking for is people that are diligent, hardworking, great energy. And you can't be a communist, you can't be a Marxist, you can't be a member of Antifa. I need somebody who's going to come to work, who loves this country, who loves the Lord, and wants to do a great job. And I put out this commercial, and then I give out my phone number in it, And so here we are today, and I've got 238 people that have texted in looking for a job.
Yeah.
And then, that's how I do. And then I don't interview people one-on-one. I never would do that. I bring them all in a group, and every Wednesday night for my life at 5:30, anybody who wants a job, I interview them all simultaneously. And it's crazy what you can learn, because when you tell somebody the interview's at 5:30, this one who just walked by, she's the best. She just moved here from Florida. Great lady. I met her at a conference. Her name's Katie with K-A-D-I. And, she said, hey, I'd like the opportunity to work with you. Well, if she comes in and we say the interview is going to be at 5:30, and if she shows up at 5:30, that's like only maybe what are you guys finding? Maybe half the candidates show up anywhere close to on time?
We lock the door.
Yeah,
do you?
Yeah, we lock the door, so the interviews start at 5 p.m. exactly.
Yeah.
At 5 p.m. that door is locked.
What percentage of people are there on time? Half? A third? 2/3?
if they show up.
If they show up.
What percentage of the people that say they want to be there actually show up?
Oh, okay. Honestly, it's been a whirlwind of different stuff.
Maybe 30%.
Sometimes I'll have 2 out of 15 show up.
Got it.
Sometimes I'll have 16 out of 30 show up.
Okay, and then so when the interview starts, do you interview them, Danielle?
Yeah,
okay.
that's me and our regional manager.
Okay.
We do that together.
And then the interview, during the process, how does that process work? What do you say? How does it go?
So we actually shadowed one of Colaw's group interviews to kind of get an idea of how they do it and how we should implement ours. So when they come in, the first thing that we do is we have them fill out a about me form, and I've kind of tweaked it a little bit to really fit what it is that I'm looking for in an employee. One of my biggest things really is what position did you apply for? If they don't know what position they applied for, they're not a good candidate. So really what we do is we show our now hiring video. Sometimes I'll show them our about us video up until 5 o'clock. Sometimes I'll show some of the videos that we have of work that we've done so that they have something in the background if they finish their paper early and they want to go ahead and just kind of dive into some of the stuff that we do. I do ask questions during the group interview too, and one of my favorite things to ask them is tell me something unique about yourself, because that's really when the personalities start to come out, and it's really cool to see how people react.
And so we've worked with you, but you guys have implemented this. I want people to make sure people understand this idea. If you're listening right now, Okay, listen, folks. Tonight's my late night because we have cheerleading tonight, and so cheerleading is kind of like my party night. Because when my kids do cheer, my wife and I have agreed that's when I can, stay late and work on stuff. So I'm working on stuff tonight. I'm excited about it. I want to talk to Justin James. He's a shoemaker in, I think, North Carolina or something. He's in North Carolina, who makes shoes in America, pays Americans to make shoes. What? Yeah, he doesn't use slave labor to make his shoes. What? Yeah, great. So he wants to become a client. I love this guy. And then we've got MAGA Hulk. You've seen MAGA Hulk? No. You guys haven't seen MAGA Hulk?
No.
Oh, my gosh. Look at this. I love this guy. This is MAGA Hulk.
Oh,
man.
And he is a pro-patriot / bodybuilder guy.
He's huge.
No, he's crazy. Look at this. He's just a man. And so this guy, I'll be talking to him tonight. And I like it. I mean, there's so many people that reach out that want to become clients. I don't want to convince people to do the homework. I want to work with people that actually are willing to put in the work. And that's what makes it such a joy to work with you guys, is because our team's always bragging on you. I mean, you guys implemented the hiring, training, and retaining processes to find good people. The online reputation management, a lot of times clients, it's new to them to manage their reputation, but I've noticed you guys have been very intentional of asking your real customers for real reviews after you do a real service for them. Kenny, how much has that helped your business?
Oh, tremendously. We get a lot more Google, calls, like people that just search for us on Google, or not even search for us, but search for signs on Google. And, having all those Google reviews help a lot. And then we get a lot of out-of-state calls, too, because of it. So. And
you guys, as far as the online advertisement, do we manage those ads for you? Do we turn them on? Are you doing online ads right now? And we track those and manage those with you? Okay. And I just know for me, man, when I was building my first DJ company, my first wedding business, my first entertainment company, DJconnection.com, I had to launch my own ads. And you put your ads up there, and there's all these questions, like what zip code and what address, and are you advertising to men or women, and what age, and pretty soon I'm like in the black hole. I'm like, I don't know, maybe ClickFunnels work, man. I don't know, man. And then because you start to see Ty Lopez videos, and you start to ClickFunnels, and all of a sudden you're going, I don't know. And then you run your ads. If you're not careful, this is what I did when I was first starting out. You run your ads, and you don't really know how much you're going to spend, because it's kind of weird how it works. Next thing you know, you get a multiple $1,000 bill, and you go, oh, shunda. So does that help, having somebody helping you run your ads?
Absolutely.
I used to wear me out, bro.
It's been something of almost a nightmare for me, because I've been wanting to get a website off the ground for so many years, and I've tried. I built my own one myself, and I've paid other people to build one, and how to promote it, and ads, and I didn't know any of it, and all that. And people just I literally paid somebody a few $1,000s to build a website, and they got half of it done, and then was asking for content, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what SEO is. I don't know any of that stuff, and we've learned all those things. And where do you guys live? What part of America do you live in? We live in Skytook, Oklahoma, just a little bit north of Tulsa. And do you guys have any kids? Yes, we got an 18-month-old. Wow. Okay. So and my wife's with child. Oh boy.
Good Lord.
Oh boy. Now, okay. So we have 5 kids. So we love the kids. What's kind of your? And I'm, you don't have to anything super personal. I'm just wanting because a business exists to serve the owner. That's why I'm excited about helping you guys. Because I met you guys. I'm like, these are really cool people, and so I like to help really cool people because I know that God's put dreams and visions in your life and things that He feels that He's called you to do. And I think that the business exists to help you guys achieve those goals. Is there something kind of exciting that you're working towards? Have you as a couple kind of thought about where you want to take the business? And I'm not asking for specific, details that you don't feel comfortable sharing, but I'm just saying, is there something you guys are kind of excited about in the near future? Maybe an expansion or a new building or a new hire or a new truck or a new, what are you guys working on? Oh, absolutely. We've got a list of goals because we're really big into actually writing our goals down. As we can go, gosh, I mean, as far as with the business growth. So you write your goals down?
Yes, and it's on our fridge so that we can see it every day.
Yeah. And how long have you guys been married?
Almost 3 years.
3 years. How'd you guys meet?
We met at church.
At church? What kind of church do you guys go to?
Just non-denominational. Right now we're going to church on the move. So, yep. Does it matter to you? I'm just curious because for me, I can't work with clients that don't serve the same God as me because I think there's only one God, and I don't want to help the bad guys.
You know, especially when you know the bad guy's agenda.
Sure.
Does that matter to you at all? Do you care about these things? Do you?
Um,
Does it matter knowing that we kind of have the same worldviews, or do you not care about that?
Yeah, it matters to me. Now, also, I try to treat everyone, like I would want to be treated, because Jesus came here. He didn't come to the well. He came to the sick, right?
There he goes. Yep.
And so that's kind of how I look. If somebody comes in that's a customer and it doesn't exactly agree with my worldviews, as long as
you want to love everybody like Christ loved.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. I try to treat everybody with respect, just like I would.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you a question that's probably going to paint you into a corner, but I'll give you time to think about it. It's okay. Managing people, a lot of clients say as they grow, managing people is the hardest part. And I'm not saying it's because all employees are difficult. I'm just saying the personalities, the hours, a lot of women today are working women. A lot of men, are sharing dad duties / working. Schedules are more complex. Is managing people a difficult? What's the most difficult aspect of running your company?
100%. It's managing people.
Yeah.
Managing people.
One of the things that has been hard is like implementing the systems has been great. Getting our people to follow all the steps has been tough, because a lot of them have been with us for 4 or 5 years, and so trying to get that through their head, hey, we're doing things a little bit differently now, has been kind of a big hurdle. But we've made strides. And
I'm hearing your team is doing a great job, and again, comparatively speaking, because we work with a lot of different companies, and so I see clients that have a team that's not willing to do anything at all, and some that take a while to learn. And so it sounds like your team is up to the challenge.
Yeah.
And now, as far as growth goes, how do you want to open up multiple locations, or what's the vision for the brand?
My main goal, I want to get a online store going. I want to be the Vista print of signs. Like, I want to get an online store where they come in, they put in their, they can put in their own graphics that they want, or our team can design something for them, and we can ship out vehicle wraps, we can ship out any yard signs or decals or whatever they're asking for, or if they want to start franchises and they need a solid, dependable sign company to do all of their stuff, we can travel with them and travel all across the country and do all of their stores.
Now, for people out there that have not worked with our program before, I mean, just tonight I was interviewed on a show that is somewhat going viral, so we're getting just bombarded with probably one person, I don't know, every 10 minutes reaching out for help. And I always try to tell people, like, please don't reach out to me if you're actually not wanting to implement anything. So we're not like a emotional support organization. We're a business consulting business. But who do you think would be a good fit for what we do, and who would not be a good fit, just for anybody? Because you've been in the program for a while now.
Yeah.
I would say anybody who is open to change.
Open to change.
You definitely have to be flexible with that. If you're not, then it's not a good option for you if you're very much stuck in your ways. But if you're wanting to see an active change, not just in your business, but in your life, you're definitely a good fit.
Is your schedule, Danielle, getting different now? Is it improving your personal schedule?
Yeah, it is.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I've actually changed my schedule quite a bit since really coming on board. When I first started with you guys, I was actually working 3 jobs at the time.
3 jobs?
Yeah.
I believe you were working in the medical field.
I was, yes.
Were you?
I was working at a dental office in Tulsa.
I remember that.
I also worked for a church, and then I also worked for our business. And so our business, unfortunately, started to become on the back burner, and that's when I recognized, just seeing all of the things that we were implementing, that I was more needed in our family business. And so that's really where I'm at now.
Do you remember the day that you retired from your other jobs?
So from the church, I only worked with them temporarily. It was very short term, and that was back in the end of January. And then as far as the dental office, I worked with them up until the middle of May. So. And
you told me, and I remember this, and maybe I'm misquoting, so correct me if I'm wrong. You actually really enjoyed that job.
The dental office?
You're right, didn't you enjoy it? I mean, It was something you liked doing that.
I absolutely 1,000% loved that job, loved the people I worked with. It was really hard to step away from that emotionally, but I understood where my priorities lie. And just seeing the growth that our business was going through, it helped me even more.
What's it like having your wife back? It's kind of like dating your wife all the time now, right? I mean, is that exciting? Was that exciting?
It's been an interesting road. Some days it's harder than others, but I think on a whole it's been good, and it's been important to me too to see her be a part of it too, because I ran the business. We've been either this year or next year, it depends who you ask. We've been open for 20 years.
Wow.
And so it's family business. My parents started it, and I took over in 2009. So I've obviously this has been a huge part of my life for a long time, and we've been together for just a few years now. And so her coming in, she was like, okay, I want to be a part of this, and that's just really cool to me.
And then as far as the 13-point assessment, a lot of times people are like, 13-point assessment, I'm going to get roped into one of these multi-level programs that are going to keep me in some sort of retention cell, like it's going to be like one of those timeshare things, and I'll be stuck there for 4 hours. I mean, have you guys been on a timeshare tour?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Have you been?
Yes.
Twice.
Really?
My wife thought it'd be cool to get a free lunch on our honeymoon.
Hey, listen. You listen here.
We got a free stay somewhere. Okay.
You listen to this. I want your wife to know this, because I'm going to one-up your wife. It doesn't matter what your wife has done. She will leave here looking like an all-star after what I've done.
Good.
We went to Vegas, and I grew up with no money, and I've always thought, like, if you spend less money, you maybe can keep more money. That's just a theory I've had. If you spend less, you keep more. And so we just got married, and you guys were how long had you guys been married when you did your timeshare tour?
Well, it was on our honeymoon. So
okay,
yeah, our honeymoon was
yeah,
our first
yeah. And let me tell you,
Yeah.
and you come at it from a sense of purity, because your wife, someone says, "Hey, would you like was it a free trip, or what do they offer you? A free hotel? Was it a free meal? What was it?
It was a free stay at another hotel, which we did use.
But I'm just saying, I want to make sure we get this. It starts off, hey, listen here, buddy. I'm going to educate you on how you get sucked into a timeshare. So I'm going down in Vegas, and they said, hey, sir, would you like to go to a free show? And I'm walking around. My wife's getting ready. I get up early. Would you like to take your wife to a free show, or do you like to, because they saw the ring, And I'm going, well, yes, I would. And they go, well, we've got. And they list it off. It's like Boys to Men in concert, or it's Britney Spears, or it's just all the predictable people. And I'm going, I would like to take my wife to a show. They go, and would you like to do a great deal dinner? There's a cuisine. There's a this, and all you have to do is take a 1-hour tour. That was the pitch. Was that for you, 1-hour pitch?
Yeah.
And I'm going, dude, we just got married. 1-hour pitch. You promised me? I said, I'm telling you, going into it, I'm not going to buy anything. And he goes, oh yeah, for sure. So then they show up on some shuttle bus. And they take us out to like Tatooine or someplace where Yoda lives.
Oh God, yeah.
We're on the island of Endor, or we're somewhere where Yoda lives. We're going Dagobah. That's where we go. We end up like in this resort, but it's kind of off the path. Is that what they did to you?
Yeah, they definitely corner you.
And then they're there, and they start saying to my wife, they go, sir, they said, ma'am, do you like this trip? And it's like nice, everything's nice. And she's like, oh, I do. Well, if for as little as, it's like $400 a month, what if you could come here whenever you want? And that seems like that would be great. And they go, well, let's just see what you qualify for. Next thing you know, they got paperwork out for us to sign. Did that happen to you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I'm like a naturally aggressive dude. So that's very good or bad depending upon how the situation.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, I definitely don't want to sign up. I appreciate you. As I mentioned, I'm just here for free stuff. And he goes like, so you mean you took my whole day with no intention of actually buying anything? So you wasted my time? I thought you were, Matt. So you've spent my whole. If you're just gonna come in for free stuff, why don't you just say something? Because then I wouldn't have spent my time. He's trying to make me feel bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did they do that to you? By the way?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because there's like 3 or 4 moves they do,
Yeah.
and I go, well, hey, I don't know that you. I just remember telling him, I know that you think that I care, but I don't care.
Yeah.
So furthermore, I'll probably come back tomorrow for another free thing, because I'm never gonna buy that, because that's what you offered.
Yeah.
And this guy starts getting into the whole like, well, let me talk to your wife, and he cornered my wife. Did they do that to you?
Oh yeah, they did that to
And they
us.
preyed on the emotion thing.
Uh-huh.
And my wife starts to do because she cared. My wife's a nice person.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow he convinced her that like he wouldn't be able to feed his family and that we were wasting his
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
tried that.
Oh man, it was dirty.
Mm-hmm.
But my wife almost said yes just to get out of it.
I tried getting up a few times. That was difficult.
She
Oh.
went to the bathroom during it, and they got me by myself and was like, hey,
Dude.
if it's your wife, you can go ahead and sign everything.
Dude, listen to this. This is where it gets crazy.
Oh my God.
So after we had a horrible experience, my wife leaves in tears.
Oh gosh.
You know what I did? I signed up again. Because I was like, I'm going to go, and this time I'm going to win, and my wife's not going to cry. And my wife's like, the next day, she's like, what are you doing today? And I'm like, I'm doing the timeshare again. You can stay here, and dominate that timeshare guy. And she's like, you got to be kidding me. No, so that's what I did. So anyway, so no matter what your wife did by signing up for a timeshare, I just want you to know it comes from a pure place. She was trying to do the right thing. But me, I came from a dark place. I was just trying to get even at that point. So anyway, but you guys are absolutely great. And I encourage everybody out there, if you if you want to put a wrap on your wall in your building, maybe you're looking to auto wrap of your business, your vehicle, your truck, go to highwaymansigns.com. Highwaymansigns.com. You can see all the services that they provide. It's highwaymansigns.com. It's singular. Highwaymansigns.com. Auto wraps. They do LED. You do LED displays?
Yes, sir.
How big?
As big as you want.
Let's talk about it.
We've done we've done most of our customers do a little smaller ones. They'll do like 2x8s, 4x4s, 4x8s.
What does that cost right there? What's that cost? What's this? Looking at this one on the website right now.
4x4.
What's a 4x4 cost roughly?
Double-sided is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of around 18 grand.
18 grand?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, shaka baba.
Yeah,
okay.
They're pricey, but they do.
And you guys do lighted signs. You do non-lighted signs. You're good people. You love the Lord. You check all the boxes. I'm excited for you. Now, again, and then for anybody out there, just to get this on the record, you were up 261% of profit?
Yes. Yep.
Well, amen. Congratulations to you guys. I'm excited for you guys, and thank you for coming into the studio. I know you drove all the way in from Skytook. I didn't expect you to do that, so I'm so glad you're here.
Well, he came from Bartlesville.
Really?
Well, we both did.
We have two locations. We have one in Bartlesville.
Are you guys going out to dinner
Skytook,
after this, or what are you doing?
I think so. My sister's got my daughter. They're down
it's a
here
date
right
night.
now, so we might as well.
Okay, well, avoid the timeshares this time of year. They tend to be high pressure. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Again, my name's Clay Clark. It's the Thrive Time Show on your radio and podcast download, where we like to end each and every show. We like to end each and every show with a boom, because around here, boom stands for big, overwhelming, optimistic momentum. And that's what it's going to take your business to the next level. It's big, overwhelming, optimistic momentum. And so now, without any further ado, here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom. Now, if you are out there today and you're looking to become a one-on-one coaching client of myself, I only take on 160 clients, and so I want to make sure that I'm only working with people that are diligent doers and goal pursuers. I don't want to work with ask holes, people that just want to ask a bunch of questions and don't actually want to implement what they're learning. I don't know if it's because I've had a lot of success early. I don't know if it's because I've had a lot of success of late. I don't know what the thing is, but I just don't want to work with people that won't implement the proven system. I want to work with people that are sufficiently motivated, just like that last couple you just saw. I mean, these are great Americans. They're hardworking people. And they reached out and they said, can you show us what to do? And I said, sure. And I showed them what to do. And they diligently implemented the systems. And that's why Kenny and Danielle are having epic success. So if you would like to explore the idea of working with us on a one-on-one basis, go to thrivetimeshow.com/EOFIRE. That's thrivetimeshow.com/EOFIRE. thrivetimeshow.com/EOFIRE. And when you go there to thrivetimeshow.com/EOFIRE, you can see we document all of the client success stories. The average client grew by 104% last year, and you can schedule a free 13-point consultation right there. The 13-point consultation is really nothing more than a strategic conversation to see if we can identify your biggest limiting factors, to see if you're a good fit for our program. And if you are, we'd love to help you. And if not, no worries. You can learn more about it at thrivetimeshow.com/EOFIRE. And my name's Clay Clark, reminding you that you too can have massive success. But remember, vision without execution is hallucination. Vision without execution is hallucination. Knowledge without application is meaningless. You got to implement. It's all about implementation. And that's hopefully what I hope that you picked up on today's conversation and interview with the super successful clients, Kenny and Danielle.
The Thrive Time Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the highest and most reviewed business workshops on the planet. You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot-coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.
The number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year. We are Jared and Jennifer Johnson. We own Platinum Pest and Lawn and are located in Owasso, Oklahoma. And we have been working with Thrive for business coaching for almost a year now.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to share some wins with you guys that we've had by working with Thrive. First of all, we're on the top page of Google now. Okay. I just want to let you know what type of accomplishment this is. Our competition, Orkin, Terminex, they're both $1.3 billion companies. They both have 2,000 to 3,000 pages of content attached to their website. So to basically go from virtually non-existent on Google to up on the top page is really saying something. But that's come by being diligent to the systems that Thrive has, by being consistent and diligent on doing podcasts and staying on top of those podcasts to really help with getting up on with their listing and ranking there with Google.
And also we've been trying to get Google reviews, asking our customers for reviews. And now we're the highest rated and most reviewed pest and lawn company in the Tulsa area. And that's really helped with our conversion rate. And the number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year.
Wait, say that again. How much are we up?
411%.
Okay, so 411% we're up with our new customers. Amazing.
Right. So not only do we have more customers calling in, we're able to close those deals at a much higher rate than we were before. Right now, our closing rate is about 85%, and that's largely due to, first of all, like our Google reviews that we've gotten people really see that our customers are happy, but also we have a script that we follow. And so when customers call in, they get all the information that they need. That script has been refined time and time again. It wasn't a one and done deal. It was a system that we followed with Thrive in the refining process, and that has obviously the 411% shows that system works.
Yeah. So here's a big one for you. So last week alone, our booking percentage was 91%. We actually booked more deals, more new customers last year than we did the first 5 months. Or I'm sorry, we booked more deals last week than we did the first 5 months of last year from before we worked with Thrive. So again, we booked more deals last week than the first 5 months of last year. And it's incredible. But the reason why we have that success is by implementing the systems that Thrive has taught us and helped us out with. So.
Some of those systems that we've implemented are group interviews. That way we've really been able to come up with a really great team. We've created and implemented checklists. That way everything gets done and it gets done right. It creates accountability. We're able to make sure that everything gets done properly, both out in the field and also in our office. And also doing the podcast, like Jared had mentioned, that has really, really contributed to our success. But that, like I said, the diligence and consistency in doing those and that system has really, really been a big blessing in our lives. And also, it's really shown that we've gotten the success from following those systems.
Yeah. So before working with Thrive, we were basically stuck. Really no new growth with our business. And we were in a rut, and we didn't know.
The last 3 years, our customer base had pretty much stayed the same. We weren't shrinking, but we weren't really growing either.
Yeah, and so we didn't really know where to go, what to do, how to get out of this rut that we're in. But Thrive helped us with that. You know, they implemented those systems. That they taught us those systems. They taught us the knowledge that we needed in order to succeed. Now it's been a grind. Absolutely, it's been a grind this last year. But we're getting those fruits from that hard work and the diligent effort that we're able to put into it. So again, we were in a rut. Thrive helped us get out of that rut. And if you're thinking about working with Thrive, quit thinking about it and just do it. Do the action, and you'll get the results. It will take hard work and discipline, but that's what it's going to take in order to really succeed. So we just want to give a big shout out to Thrive, a big thank you out there to Thrive. We wouldn't be where we're at now without their help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Moore. I'm a pediatric dentist. Through our new digital marketing plan, we have seen a marked increase in the number of new patients that we're seeing every month, year over year. 1 month, for example, we went from 110 new patients the previous year to over 180 new patients in the same month. And overall, our average is running about 40 to 42% increase month over month, year over year. The group of people required to implement our new digital marketing plan is immense, starting with a business coach, videographers, photographers, web designers. Back when I graduated dental school in 1985, nobody advertised. The only marketing that was ethically allowed in everybody's eyes was mouth-to-mouth marketing. By choosing to use the services, you're choosing to use a proven turnkey marketing and coaching system that will grow your practice and get you the results that you are looking for. I went to the University of Oklahoma College of Dentistry, graduated in 1983, and then I did my pediatric dental residency at Baylor College of Dentistry from 1983 to 1985.
Hello, my name is Charles Kolaw with Kolaw Fitness. Today I want to tell you a little bit about Clay Clark and how I know Clay Clark. Clay Clark has been my business coach since 2017. He's helped us grow from 2 locations to now 6 locations. We're planning to do 7 locations in 7 years and then franchise. And Clay has done a great job of helping us navigate anything that has to do with like running the business, building the systems, the checklists, the workflows, the audits, how to navigate lease agreements, how to buy property, how to work with brokers and builders. This guy is just amazing. He's this kind of guy has worked in every single industry. He's written books with like Lee Crockrell, head of Disney, with the 40,000 cast members. He's friends with like Mike Lindell. He does Reawaken America tours where he does these tours all across the country where 10,000 or more people show up to some of these tours. On the day-to-day, he does anywhere from about 160 companies. He's at the top. He has a team of business coaches, videographers, and graphic designers and web developers, and they run 160 companies every single week. So think of this guy with a team of business coaches running 160 companies. So in the weekly, he's running 160 companies. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's doing Reawaken America tours. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's also doing business conferences where 200 people show up, and he teaches people a 13-step proven system that he's done and worked with billionaires, helping them grow their companies. So I've seen guys from startups go from startup to being multimillionaires, teaching people how to get time freedom and financial freedom through the system. Critical thinking, document creation, putting it into organizing everything in their head to building into a franchisable, scalable business. Like one of his businesses has like 500 franchises. That's just one of the companies or brands that he works with. So amazing guy, Elon Musk kind of like smart guy. He kind of comes off sometimes as socially awkward, but he's so brilliant and he's taught me so much. When I say that, like Clay is like, he doesn't care what people think when you're talking to him. He cares about where you're going in your life and where he can get you to go. And that's what I like most about him. He's like a good coach. A coach isn't just making you feel good all the time. A coach is actually helping you get to the best you. And Clay has been an amazing business coach. Through the course of that, we became friends. I was really most impressed with him is when I was shadowing him one time. We went into a business deal and listened to it. I got to shadow and listen to it. And when we walked out, I knew that he could make millions on the deal. And they were super excited about working with him. And he told me, he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to turn it down because he knew it was going to harm the common good of people in the long run. And the guy's integrity just really wowed me. It brought tears to my eyes to see that this guy, his highest desire was to do what's right And anyways, just an amazing man. So anyways, impacted me a lot. He's helped navigate anytime I've got nervous or worried about how to run the company, or navigating competition and an economy that's like, I remember we got closed down for 3 months. He helped us navigate on how to stay open, how to get back open, how to just survive through all the COVID shutdowns, lockdowns.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us. This is our old house, right? This is where we used to live a few years ago. This is our old neighborhood. See? It's nice, right? So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood. This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you times 1,000.
The Thrive Time Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the highest and most reviewed business workshops on the planet.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems, so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.
Hey, I'm Ryan Wimpy with Tip Top Canine, and I'm the founder.
I'm Rachel Wimpy, and I am a co-founder.
So we've been running Tip Top for about the last 14 years, franchising for the last 3-4 years. So someone that'd be a good fit for Tip Top loves dogs, they're high energy, they want to be able to own their own job, but they don't want to worry about, that high failure rate. They want to do that like bowling with bumper lanes.
So you give us a call, reach out to us, we'll call you, and then we'll send send you an FDD, look over that, read it, fall asleep to it, it's very boring. And then we'll book a discovery day, and you come and you can spend a day or two with us, make sure that you actually like it, make sure training dogs is something that you want to do.
So an FDD is a franchise disclosure document. It's a federally regulated document that goes into all the nitty-gritty details of what the franchise agreement entails.
So who would be a good fit to buy a Tip Top Canine would be somebody who loves dogs, who wants to work with dogs all day as their profession. You'll make a lot of money, you'll have a lot of fun, it's very rewarding. And who would not be a good fit is a cat person.
So the upfront cost for Tip Top is $43,000. And a lot of people say they're generating doctor money, but on our disclosure, the numbers are anywhere from over $1 million a year in dog training, what our Oklahoma City location did last year, to 25, 35 grand a month.
To train and get trained by us for Tip Top Canine, to run your own Tip Top Canine, you would be with us for 6 weeks here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
So we've been married for 7 years.
8 years.
8 years. So if you're watching this video, you're like, hey, maybe I want to be a dog trainer. Hey, that one sounds super amazing. Go to our website, tiptopcanine.com, click on the yellow franchising tab, fill out the form, and Rachel and I will give you a call. Our Oklahoma City location last year, they did over $1 million. He's been running that shop for 3 years. Before, he was a youth pastor with 0 sales experience, 0 dog training experience before he ever met with us.
So just call us, come spend a day with us, spend a couple days with us, make sure you like training dogs, and own your own business.
Well, the biggest reason to buy a Tip Top Canine is so you own your own job and you own your own future, and you don't hate your life. You get an enjoyable job that brings a lot of income but is really rewarding.
My name is Seth Flint, and I had originally heard about Tip Top Canine through my old pastors who I worked for. They trained their Great Pyrenees with Ryan and Tip Top Canine. They did a phenomenal job and became really good friends with Ryan and Rachel. I was working at a local church, and it was a great experience. I ended up leaving there and working with Ryan and Tip Top Canine. The biggest thing that I really enjoy about being self-employed is that I can create my own schedule. I have the ability to spend more time with my family, my wife and my daughter. So my very favorite thing about training dogs with Tip Top Canine is that I get to work with the people. Obviously, I love working with dogs, but it's just so rewarding to be able to train a dog that had serious issues, whether it's behavioral or whatever, and seeing a transformation, taking that dog home, and mom and dad are literally in tears because of how happy they are with the training. If somebody is interested, I'd say don't hesitate. Make sure you like dogs. Make sure that you enjoy working with people because we're not just dog trainers. We are customer service people that help dogs, and so definitely don't hesitate. Just come in and ask questions. Ask all the questions you have.